too. Knows about the grind. Yeah, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. Avalanche, 8:17 puck drop, Joaquin. Gonna have to put a nice pot of coffee on to stay awake for this game.
No, you won't. You just said you won't.
No, I won't.
Are you going to watch the game in the bathroom?
That's like that's like 8 o'clock is so early for me. You still have like 5 hours of TV time at that.
Yeah. You're back on the old schedule?
I'm trying to go to bed earlier. But I had a soccer game yesterday. We had a friendly
What time?
at 8 o'clock.
Okay, you're not getting to bed till 1 after that.
Yeah, because you're like, got home, showered, then I was
I'll
kinda
let it
wired.
slide.
Let it slide. 4-2 win over Portugal.
Portuguese.
We played pretty good.
Did you score?
No.
Who on the Oilers would you be?
I think you asked me last time. What did
I'm going to ask you every time now. Were you Wallman?
Sometimes, yeah. I'd say Nurse, wildly inconsistent.
Nurse was good last game.
Yeah, he was. No, I don't know. It was fun though. It was fun. It's fun being out there with the boys.
You could go like a whole season of D-man. Who would you be? Like, are you Josh Brown out there?
I'd probably touch them all at one point. Yeah. So there's this guy on our team. I've never met him before. He's a guy who used to live in Calgary, lives here now. He's Chilean. And I had a lot of the guys on the team have played with him. This is my first look at him, Joaquin. He is fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, damn. He's our Connor McDavid.
It's always fun to play men's league, and you get out there and you have the one kind of ringer guy.
Yeah.
On my men's league team when I played, we had a couple ringers. Sean Hove was a ringer. Jesse Presniak. Gabriel. What's his last name? Yeah, he was good too. Dave Wolger was good. We had B-Shout, Mike B-Shout.
Shy? Went to high school with him.
God, he's really good.
Yeah.
He was better than everyone else.
The always be known for the fight in the box of the Atlanta Thrashers.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. But no, we have a lot of good players, but this guy stood out. I was like, damn, give him the ball all the time. And fit. I heard he runs marathon, so I might have to drum
You're
up.
going to run a marathon now?
No, I heard
He
runs
does?
marathon, so I'm going to drum up a nice conversation.
What did you do again?
Half marathon.
5K?
21.
What'd you do that in?
206. Yeah, I was slow, but
So, okay. All right.
that's why I'm training this year to
Do it again?
time. Yeah. Hey, fun show on tap. Coming up at 1:20, Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette to tee up the Colorado Avalanche. We'll check in on our boy King Kulak, and we'll have noticias for you. We'll have the screw it, let's do it parlay that I fudged up again, boys. I apologize because to cover was 1.5. It's 2-0 win. You hit Keller. I picked Cousins. Again, I don't think it was a terrible pick, but man, just one of those things. I'm ice cold right now. And we have Scott Burnside at 2:20 to go around the NHL. We'll talk about the best story in the NHL. Who won the trade deadline? Can any of these teams pushing for a wild card spot actually make it? It is fascinating. Oh, Joaquin, check this out.
Okay.
So on this day, 6 years ago, do you remember what happened in the world?
6 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz jokingly touched all the mics.
Oh, was it? Oh,
and later
during
that
COVID,
night,
yeah.
they canceled the game because he had COVID.
Dude, I remember that because there was an Oilers game that night too, wasn't there?
Against the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, I went to that game, and it was weird because my old dog, it wasn't Boone yet, was it?
I don't think it was Boone.
No, it wasn't Boone yet. It was my old dog. He scratched my nose, and I went to the game, and I was like, it looked like someone like tore some skin off my nose, and it never healed properly for months. Like I think my nose had COVID because there was something weird about that game. Like everyone was coughing, and it was it was a haze. Like it was right before COVID hit, and I'm sure that was a super spreader, right? That because everyone was, and then the whole world shut down. Man.
So on March 9th, he did the joke. On March 11th, Rudy Gobert became the first NBA player to test positive for COVID-19. And then the next day, the world got shut down because the NHL shut it down, the NBA shut it down, everybody shut it down. So I had my days a little mixed up there. Apologies for that, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was a different time in the world.
I remember go through that again. Probably.
I hope not. I mean, I was living downtown, buddy. In the streets, it was there was no one outside.
I know because I worked downtown at that point, and I remember the first few days going in there, and then it was like, okay, you're not coming in for a week, and then it was 2 weeks, and then okay, you can come back in if you book time or something. And I remember going downtown, I was like, what? No one's here. Like it was basically tumbleweeds. I felt like it was The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
you know.
It was crazy, Joaquin, because me and Tommy are at the old station watching the game. Oilers are losing, of course. I'm pissed. So we get this Rudy Gobert news. Maddie's at Rogers Place. He drives back because we're going to do a post-game show, but it's a COVID show. Like, what's going to happen in the world? We didn't know.
Yeah.
We do the show. Oilers lose. We didn't even talk about the game. We go out for a beer after.
Did you?
Yeah. The three of us, and we're like, I'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, it was not 2 weeks. It was a long, long time. Luckily for us, all the producers were allowed to go into work because we had to. We had to put all the shows on from home. So I got to go to work every day, and I got very lucky because I could not stay home and work. I did not like it. No. I need to get up and go somewhere, Joaquin, you know? And then, it was just crazy. 6 years ago already, man.
That's nuts. Man, what a time.
Even in 21, 22, we were still feeling it. Like you still had masks and still...
I mean, we're still kind of coming out of it too, to a point, man. Like, you know what though? Like I remember going when I was with Team Canada, we went to Japan for a little tournament and played their national team and stuff like that. Tokyo was an amazing city, but I couldn't believe how many people were in masks. Yeah. And I was like, why is everyone wearing masks? He goes, well, they're probably not feeling great, and it's such a condensed city. When one person gets the flu, everyone does. I go, no way. So now when I see people wearing masks, I know it was such a taboo. Oh, take your mask off, blah, blah, blah. But I'm actually like, you know what? Thanks, man. If you're not feeling well and you don't want to spread it or whatever, you can still buy the masks everywhere.
To each
stuff.
their own. Yeah, man. You want to wear one, wear one. And you're right. In certain countries, it's more the norm. Yeah, for sure, buddy. You still see a lot here.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I was in a grocery store the other day, and two people walked in wearing masks. I mean, I dove under the vegetables to get away from them, but still.
Oh, Rudy Gobert, you silly goose. You silly, silly goose. What a time. Because I remember NHL teams were starting to do podium in post-game and even after practice, and the media had to like stand far back. Like, we were preparing for it, but none of us knew what was to come, and unreal.
I think, we were just doing two guys back then, and I said that because the playoffs are just in the bubble, I thought it would be the best playoffs we've ever seen with no fans, because they would just focus on just playing hockey. Like we'll see hockey at its purest form. I think that's when I Yeah, I was actually in the rink doing games, and it was hilarious because they would pipe in crowd noise.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre, but no, it sucked. You need fans there.
Oh,
I didn't realize it until I thought that maybe just because it'll be that for some reason. I think because The Last Dance came out too, right?
Yeah.
And they always talk the best game that no one ever watched was that first Dream Team. When the split squad game, they said it was the most competitive game that you would have ever have watched. And I thought that's what we would see with no fans. These guys have no outside kind of pressure or distractions and just solely focused on winning the cup. But Tampa was good. Dallas was good, but it was kind of lackluster. Wasn't Matty posting pictures from his balcony about guys? That was hilarious. Or it was Tree Watch.
Tree Watch too. The guys were all staying at the Marriott. You couldn't get in or out. Because my buddy Cheese, that's with the Elks. I think was it Cheese? Maybe I'm confusing it.
Man, that was the birth of. I haven't done it since, but. Because you didn't get together with people? Yeah. Did you ever have any like Zoom parties with people?
Oh, I'd have with my boys. We'd play poker online.
Really?
Yeah, and have drinks.
My wife and I got together with two people over Zoom, and I had to go to bed. I drank so much, but I just kept pouring and drinking and talking. It was kind of funny. It was kind of fun too. It was new, right? But. Yeah, it was like, I think we it ended up being like a 45-minute party because I drank too much and I had to go to bed.
Well, it was, and the worst part for me, because like I was very like crazy about it. I got a tooth issue and I had to go to the dentist, and there was only emergency.
Oh,
when they came in to work on you, like they look like the movie The Outbreak.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, and they're in your mouth, and you're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out, and it was just, I got a really bad toothache, like probably the end of March.
They look like goalies, like they had to take off so much stuff every single time.
Yeah, I know the Zoom parties.
Zoom parties, man.
And people started meeting in like parking lots with lawn chairs. Yeah. Yeah, what a crazy thing. I think our inbox is still down. Let me. Yeah. Sorry about that. River Cree inbox 780-218-99. You can send them in. Hopefully they come through.
We'll get them.
But they've been down. They've been down all day. So sorry for that. Just come on over. Slam that.
Text Hernan 780.
Don't do that. And the nasty chat. I like this one from Duck Dad. I was able to pause my mortgage payments, which were simply diverted to Ace Liquor.
Yeah, but you had to make up the interest later. That was a scam.
Oh, it was, yeah. So, man, 6 years ago.
See, if you would have talked to me, I would have walked you through that.
All right, Joaquin, we do have an enormous game. I mean, we got 2 hours to break this puppy down. The Edmonton Oilers coming off a 4-2 win. Obviously, the first meeting, we all remember that Saturday night in November when the Avalanche came in here and just took it to the Oilers by a score of 9-1. But the Edmonton Oilers, there's some good news here. Okay, they've won their last 2 visits to Colorado. They're 3-1-1 over the last 5 in Denver. Not too bad. I'm a little surprised by this, Joaquin. Mm-hmm. Do you know where Colorado's power play ranks?
30th?
31st.
31st. 15.8?
Yeah. How crazy is that?
But like I said, Reed, we kind of went through it on 2 guys. Went last 10 games because they could have gone through stretches. It's okay. Yeah. It's not great, but it's not 15. What did Reed say? It was.
Well, they have all the talent. Because YouTube Trev says he watches them a lot, and he goes, trust me, they're getting opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, they can still move it around. It doesn't mean they're a complete mess on it, but it's just when you see a team with Colorado and all the players they added, and then you see the start they had, too, and then you look at their power play, and I was like, almost had to do a double take on that. So that's going to be an interesting part of the game is special teams because obviously the Oilers have the number 1 power play, but Colorado also has the 3rd best PK. So it's a game of giants here. We got some great players going toe-to-toe. It's going to be Connor Ingram, which is the right call against Mackenzie Blackwood. I mean, any goalie that's played for Colorado this year has great numbers. So I mean, it's Mackenzie Blackwood, who's an excellent goaltender. We like him here on this show. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette. He's going to tee up this Colorado Avalanche team that got Kadri back, picked up Nicholas Raw. They got King Kulak back there as well. That was a few weeks ago. Good on them. I was going to say friend of the show, but he's just our show favorite, Brett Kulak, that is. Like always, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Inbox, we're hoping it can start working here during our show. And the River Cree Inbox is always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. And they are proud to present Unified MMA U68 on Friday, March 27th. Doors at 6. The fights get going at 7. Tickets are on sale. Just go to River Cree Ticketmaster box office. Tickets starting at $89.25. We continue to tee up Oilers. Avs 8:17 puck drop. It's gonna be a late one, but it's gonna be a great game, and 13 games on top also on the NHL schedule, and we'll get to a bunch of other fun stuff as well. It's Joaquin Gage. It's Hernan Salas here. EST Afternoons live from the William Huff Studios. We're back to talk some Colorado Avalanche. Here's Coop with your sports update.
The Oilers have a stiff test against the Avalanche in Game 2 of their 4-game road trip. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson share the details during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7 right here on EST. Total of a dozen games. Baker's dozen around the NHL tonight. It's the Sharks challenging the Red Hot Sabres, who haven't lost in 7 games. Vegas then has a date with Dallas at 6, while the Habs and Leafs drop the puck at 5. To the NFL, ESPN reporting that Romeo Doubs and the Patriots have agreed to a 4-year deal worth $70 million. Also, according to ESPN, the Bills having Dawson Knox to a new 3-year deal, plus the Jets are welcoming back Geno Smith, trading a 6th-round pick in this year's draft to the Raiders for the veteran, getting a 7th-rounder in the move as well. Staying down south, the Raptors, they hit the hardwood 6 o'clock to face the Rockets down in Houston. Toronto winning their last game, good for 5th in the East, while Houston sits 4th in the Western Conference. Paralympic action. Canada leading Sweden 3-2 in mixed team curling. Canada holds hammer in the 7th end, and in spring training, the Jays and Braves are live top of the 8th. Toronto up 7-zip. Evan Rawal to preview tonight's game next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Dreger.
Edmonton had interest in Nick Waugh, and the package that ended up going to the Chicago Blackhawks, Mangiapane the first, all of that. The critics of Tree Living in Toronto were like, well, why didn't you get involved in that? Well, there were discussions. There was interest. The problem is that Stan Moman rightly had Jason Dickinson higher up his list of wanted players than Nicholas Waugh.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Game day, Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas here with you, Zach Kubish at the producer desk. Don't forget, 3 o'clock, it's the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne from 3 to 6. And then at 7 o'clock, it's the Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson, and Sean Bell. They'll get you set for Avs Oilers. And like always, all our guests are brought to you by Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we bring in Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette. Evan, thank you for taking some time to join us. How are you doing today? Evan, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing excellent. Looking forward to this game tonight. Hopefully it doesn't go like the one in November, Evan. But let's talk about this team and kind of the additions they've added. I mean, Kadri was the big one, came in late on trade deadline day. We were blown away. We were like, come on. A great ad. You got Nicholas Raw. You added Brett Kulak as well a few days before and all that. So how have the new additions fit in with this team so far?
So far, so good. It's only been one game for Kadri, but I mean, Kulak has been just a rock since he got here. He's been tremendous on that third pair with Sam Malinsky. He hasn't been on the ice for a single goal against at even strength. Like, he's been exactly kind of what they wanted. And Jared Bednar has kind of hinted that we'll probably see him play a little bit with Cale Makar here. So he's going to be moved around a bit as the season goes on here. But with Nick Waugh, like, his goal in the third period is kind of exactly what they got him for, just some big plays along the wall and then go to the net. Because this is, a smaller Avalanche team. They want to get bigger in the bottom six, and he kind of provides that. And then, Kadri looked like he hit the ground running. Like, shouldn't be surprised. The same system he was here 4 years ago. So it's going to be fascinating to watch once the team gets healthy. They get him back to center, because then they're just going to be rolling 3 deep down the middle here, and just going to be super dangerous come playoff time, just assuming they can actually get healthy when the playoffs roll around.
Evan, you're killing Oilers fans with your talk about Kulak, but let's talk about some of the injuries here. So looks like Lekkänen's out, Landeskog's out. What's the total status? Are they keeping this hush-hush, or is this probably not going to see these guys till closer to playoff time?
Yeah, I would assume. Well, at least with Lekkonen, I think we're not gonna see him until closer to the playoff time. But Landeskog, it's tough to tell because it's I think everyone knows what his injury is. It's just the Avs are not specifically saying it because you're not gonna come out and say what his injury is. But yeah, he took a shot to an uncomfortable spot the other night. And he in the locker room, he was joking about it with us, some of us that were in Dallas, and he showed us the cup, and it was a dent. There was a good dent in that cup, but they must have done some tests afterwards and realized that it was, something else was going on here. So I have not Googled the injury. I'm a little afraid to Google that injury, but I would assume we're going to see him back in the playoffs. He was in good spirits again today, but yeah, those two. And then also the Avs have not had Logan O'Connor, who's a big part of their depth. They haven't had him all season. He is nearing a return, it sounds like. I would say within the next 2 weeks they would get him back, and he's almost like a deadline addition as well, because he's a big part of their penalty kill in bottom six. So those guys, if they get those 3 back from the playoffs, then they're in good shape.
Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette joining us here on EST Afternoons. I got to ask you about one player, Brock Nelson. I mean, at 34 years old, you know, when the Olympics came around, he was named to the U.S. team. We were kind of like, how are you leaving Caulfield and Robertson off? But all he's done is scored 30 goals at 34 years old on this Colorado Avalanche team. In 62 games, he has 53 points. Like, Brock Nelson just seems like a fine wine getting better with age.
Yeah, and the first month of the year, he had a tough time scoring. It was the defensive part of the game was there. And actually, I think that's kind of what the big surprise has been, because I remember hearing a lot about Brock Nelson's two-way play when he was with the Islanders. But he's been a huge part of the penalty kill, which is third in the NHL. And now the goals are coming. Like, he's just been a fantastic addition at second-line center. And I think, he had a tough end of the season with the Avalanche last year, and I think kind of we maybe underestimated how different it is to go from one place you've been playing your whole career to go to a new spot where your family's not there and all those things, because there's just things that we're not aware of outside the locker room that kind of can affect a guy's play. So everyone's here in town, and he's been fantastic, and actually it makes the Kadri edition even more interesting, because now it's like, well, we didn't necessarily need a second line center, but we'll take it. No one's going to turn down Nazem Kadri as your third line center. So they got a embarrassment of riches down the middle now.
Yeah, that seems to be the formula for Stanley Cup winners, is to solidify that third center role, just like the Panthers of last year. But Evan, the one thing that when you look at the Colorado Avalanche, obviously the plus minus is off the charts. They're leading in all these other statistical categories. The one that's kind of glaring is the power play. Although I believe in the last 5 games they're hovering around like 29%. Has that seemed to look a little bit better as of late, or is that still something that they kind of the only Achilles heel that this team has right now?
Well, I wouldn't go as far as say it's fixed. I would say since the Olympics, it has looked significantly better.
Okay.
And I mean, it's funny because this is the best team in the NHL, and all anyone wants to talk about is how terrible the power play is, because the power play is what actually probably got them eliminated in the playoffs last year against Dallas. So it is a big deal. I mean, in the playoffs, the power play can win or lose your series. So I understand why people are worried about it, but it has looked way better since the Olympics. And a big reason why is that they've moved McKinnon. Like, he's been on the wall for years. It's been a spot. And they said, no, that's Marty Netsch's spot now. Because he went to the Olympics and he showed that he can just rip a one-timer from that spot, and he's in good shape. So if they move McKinnon down to the goal line, it's a new spot for him. He told me last week he's still learning it. He's got to adjust there. But it has opened up some new lanes, and they moved around. So, and the other thing is, Cale Makar went to the Olympics, and you remember that he can hit the net. Like, now, when he's not hitting Landeskog in an uncomfortable spot, he can hit the net. But he's looked significantly better since the Olympics. Like, he's kind of got his radar back. So it has looked better. They went 0 for 5 the other night, and they gave up a shorthanded goal, so now people are angry again. But it has looked way better since the Olympics, and it seems to be on the right track. I wouldn't say it's fixed, but it's on the right track.
Evan, what can you tell us about Brent Burns? I know my partner here, Joaquin, absolutely loved this signing when it was made. We know he's an older guy, but, man, he's playing top 4 now. I mean, he hasn't missed a beat. What can you tell us about Brent Burns, what he brings to this team?
Well, he's a joker. He jokes around with everybody in the locker room, on the ice. And, I mean, on the ice, I would say there's been a dip that in his game that you would probably expect from someone who just turned 41, who's playing an 82-game season here. But the Avs are equipped to handle that because he's not playing top pair minutes. Like, he's just been in that second pair. He's been big-time penalty killer for them. And, yeah, he's just been super solid to the point where I'm like, well, if he wants to play next year, I'm pretty sure the Avs will just say, okay, we'll bring you back. He's very efficient with his movement. He doesn't really try to do too much out there. He kind of understands who he is at this point in his career. And he's just been steady for them. Him and Josh Manson together have provided Jared Bednar with kind of a matchup pair where it's just 2 big guys who can handle the opposing teams. Maybe not top lines, but I would imagine they're going to see a lot of a guy like Draisaitl tonight. Like, they're going to get those secondary matchups and handle the bigger forwards for the Avalanche.
So tonight, Evan, what do you kind of looking into the crystal ball? What type of game do you see this turning out? Should people be looking at betting the over possibly?
It's tough to say because the Avs are usually pretty locked down defensively, but these games between the Avs and Oilers are typically high flying, and that's what happens when you get Makar, McKinnon, McDavid, Draisaitl on the ice together. So they are usually must-watch games. Like these games between these two teams are fantastic to watch, which is why I think, if I was an Avs fan, I'd be a little bit nervous about, the Oilers hovering around that wild card spot because I don't think anyone wants to play a McDavid in the playoffs. So I'm expecting it to be a super fun game. Unfortunately, it starts at like midnight. Like it's just starting so late because of the national television here in the U.S. But it's going to be a fantastic game to watch, as they usually are. And I'm interested to see kind of how these two teams match up now that with all those deadline additions from both sides, because both sides went out. And I thought Dickinson would be somebody that the Avs would be interested in. Instead, they went Nick Waugh. So I'm interested to see kind of how those work out.
Evan, how was that game on Sunday against the Wild? I mean, that division is just a gauntlet right now with Dallas and Minnesota. It was a shootout win, I think, for the Avalanche there. But how those matchups been? How much fun are those games?
Well, it was back-to-back because I was in Dallas, too, on Friday, and it was Dallas Avs. They went to overtime into a shootout, and then you go Minnesota, and it's just those are playoff games. Like, they essentially are at this point because Dallas is trying to chase down the Avs, and then Minnesota is also still lingering around, and they want home ice in the first round if they can get it. So they've been super intense, fantastic hockey games. Unfortunately, they had to end in shootouts, which is not the best way to end a game like that. But just incredible hockey that kind of gets you even more excited. Like, I mean, we had the Olympics, which was fantastic hockey, and then these games get you excited for next month when the playoffs really roll around because you're going to just see a lot more of that.
Good stuff, Evan. It's going to be a fun game. Hopefully, it's a lot closer than the November matchup. Enjoy the game tonight, Evan, and thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette joined us there. And should I say it, Joaquin? You know my shtick. What? Colorado's won 5 straight. They're due.
To win another one?
They're due for an off game. I don't know, man. My spidey senses are tingling with an Oiler win tonight. They're back.
That's just your stomach.
I've had no coffee.
I don't know. Maybe. I too feel like the Oilers, for some reason, I think they're going to roll now. I don't know why. I could be wrong.
All it took is that one game, right? And then maybe.
Yeah, I think that was a turning point for this team for some reason. I can't put my finger on it, but I mean, yeah, they could lose the next 5 too. But I just don't see it happening. I think these guys are. I think that something clicked last game where they figured something out, and still there's some things to work on, but. I think after looking at the video of the Knights game, yeah, this is they found something here.
And it's also interesting because every time we're so down on this team like we were after Friday's loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, they always surprise us, right? And
yeah,
it's just one of those things that I
didn't watch too much of that game. I was too focused on my pool and watching F1, but I went back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I was, I don't know. I just have this feeling today.
Is it today only, or is it the rest of the year?
No, it's today. I'm taking it one day at a time. I'm going to say.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
I'm going to say today. I have a feeling. Is anyone else with us?
No, I'm not with you.
Oh,
you say it's just today. I'm saying that this team is different now for some reason.
And they play well against the other top teams in the league. And Dickinson, Murphy have been a welcome addition. Doc, we all want to see him play more for a reason because he's showed well. But
we all said, like, every time he's out there, you notice him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, for Trent Frederick, I notice him every shift almost.
This is his best stretch as an Oiler. His dad was in the stands on Sunday. Good for him to score.
It was cool because wasn't his dad at one of the people that he worked for or worked with? It was his retirement.
Yeah, he brought him to the game.
That was cool, man. That's awesome.
Oh, the Fredericks are good people.
Hey, I met him. Mm-hmm. I talked to him. I gave him a little pep talk. Look what happens. Put me on the bench.
If the Oilers win tonight, is it a shock though? I mean, the Oilers have a good team.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you know after the first, but I think that.
Well, the Oilers are a third period team.
Wait a second. I'll be asleep watching this game for breakfast.
I don't know. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. Did you notice something last game, Joaquin, on the power play for the Edmonton Oilers? A certain player got some minutes on the first unit.
Savoy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he replaced Nuge twice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Not for Nuge.
We haven't seen that in forever, outside of injury, obviously.
Yeah. I wonder, was that just Nuge changing, or?
It could have been, yeah. Like, I'm getting off this. This play's terrible right now. Okay. I thought maybe Knob was expanding his wings a bit and giving more responsibility to other guys.
No.
Okay.
Well, you would have to say since Olympics, he has changed a little bit. Like Trent Frederick, perfect example. He's getting a little bit more. I thought he was not going to the big dogs as much. We'll see. Tonight will be interesting, right? Because really, they're missing two big pieces, man. Huge pieces to this team.
Landeskog, Lehkonen is just, and he brought up O'Connor.
Yeah.
A big player in the bottom six for them. Like, this is a good team. These are the lines. This is not official, but this is what they ran last time. Nate Chess with McKinnon and Kadri. Coop always looks at me when I say it. Ross Colton with Brock Nelson and Valerie Nishushkin. Parker Kelly with Nicholas Waugh and Gavin Brindley. Remember, Gavin Brindley had a big game here. Jack Drury.
Oh, that was that. He's like a fifth rounder, isn't he?
Yeah. Jack Drury with Joel Kiviranta and Zakhar Bardakov. Defensively, Devin Taves with Cale Makar, Josh Manson with Brent Burns, Brett Kulak with Sam Malinsky. And he said, he goes, they might start giving Kulak some minutes with Makar.
Yeah, don't tell me that.
And Mackenzie Blackwood is the expected starter for the Colorado Avalanche. As for the Oilers, Joaquin, no changes. RNH with McDavid and Hyman, Pod Colden with Draisaitl and Roslovic, Savoy with Dickinson and Kapanen, Doc, Szymanski, Frederick, Ekholm with Bush, Wallman with Murphy, Nurse with Emerson, Ingram gets the start, so no changes from their last game. Why would you? And we'll see how he deploys his lines. Is that fourth line going to get a little bit more minutes in terms of Szymanski and Doc? We'll wait and see on that. I think it depends on how that first 5-10 minutes goes. But once again, the game is 8:17, so plan accordingly. Press the record button on the good old PVR there if you can't stay.
Connor Ingram's save percentage slowly creeping up too. Huh?
Coming back up. He's so calm in it. That's what I love about him. I think that's the best part of his game, how calm he is. The afternoon inbox, which we're hoping will start working here. Nothing yet, but it is brought to you by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant with their happy hours, 525 drinks. It's available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right, on the other side of the break, do you want to do more Oilers or do you want to do some go around the sports world, Joaquin?
Hey, it's up to you, man.
Okay. I'll decide during. I don't know.
Sweet.
Don't go anywhere. EST afternoon, slam that thumbs up. It's Oilers game day. It's a big game. And then they get Dallas Thursday, Blues on Friday, Tom Gazzola on location for both. So a lot of opportunities for the Nasties to get out and hang out with Tommy Gazzola as he'll be doing both of those games on the road here in Edmonton. We're back with more sports talk on the other side of the break.
Challenge the Avalanche, who've won 5 straight games. Edmonton's Adam Henrique remains day-to-day and will not suit up tonight, while Connor Ingram takes a crease. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table for the matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 7 o'clock right here on EST. A dozen other games around the NHL. The Sharks challenge the Red Hot Sabres, who've won 7 in a row. Vegas and has a date with Dallas at 6, while the Habs and Leafs drop the puck at 5. To the NFL, ESPN has reported that Romeo Doubs and the Patriots have agreed to a 4-year deal worth $70 million. ESPN also reporting that the Bills have inked Dawson Knox to a new 3-year deal. Plus, the Jets are reportedly welcoming back Geno Smith, trading a 6th-rounder to the Raiders for the veteran, getting a 7th-round pick in the move as well. Staying down south, the Raptors hit the hardwood at 6 o'clock to face the Rockets down in Houston. Toronto winning their last game, good for 5th in the East, while Houston sits 4th in the Western Conference. To the Paralympics, Canada trailing Sweden 5-3 in mixed team curling. Canada holding hammer in the 8th and Sweden picking up 3 points in the 7th. And to spring training, the Jays hold a 7-0 lead over the Braves, top of the 9th. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. The conversation continues following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
This is Tua and Penix meeting for the first time in like the trainer's room, which is like an infirmary and all of that.
That's Forrest Gump.
So
That's Forrest Gump. That's when he's in the hospital with Lieutenant Dan.
That's right.
The 2026 Falcons QB room. One guy's 1 concussion away from permanent brain damage. The other one, 2 knee injuries away from 2 complete leg replacements.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
I'm your Huckleberry.
We're back. EST Afternoons. Just chatting with Iwanek, LeBron Jordan debate again. Because our boy's down in LA to watch LeBron, and he's questionable tonight. We shouldn't laugh, but
No, it's awful.
oh, poor Dusty. Imagine Dusty's like, I'm not coming home until he plays the game. Until I watch.
just see Dusty and like sitting there with his Lakers hat, his LeBron jersey, Lakers shorts, LeBron shoes, and just sad with a little flag.
You know, it'd be awesome when we saw him on TV and he had like a headband on.
Oh man.
Oh.
It would be great if if LeBron plays and Dusty's sitting right there looking at him while LeBron does his stupid little Scarface thing that he does every game.
Yeah. You know who would play though? MJ.
Of course. Why did MJ always play? Because he didn't know if someone was there to see him way up in section 284.
Things have changed now. And the NBA is so bad for it. I seriously can't stand it.
I was watching,
and I know it's not a game management or whatever. It's load management.
I was watching a thing. Sean Kemp was on a podcast.
Yeah,
and they ask everybody asked the question, "Who's the best ever?" Right, and the comparison LeBron, and he goes, He said, "There's no comparison. You can't compare those two. The proper comparison is LeBron to Magic." Is what he said. And the reasoning being is he said LeBron was such a good passer when he came into the league. Like he was able to find guys and break things down and do things that way. And it wasn't until later on that he really started scoring a lot. But it was interesting because then they started talking about it. I was listening to it. And it's like it's tough to compare the two in some instances where they were different players, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And we like to poke fun here. Barbershop says no goat goes around calling himself a goat. Does LeBron do that?
Yeah.
For real?
He says I'm the greatest ever.
Oh, boy. Well, I mean, he's confident, sure, but doesn't really believe that, does he?
I mean, you might. I mean, I always thought I was the greatest ever. But you do
Of
to
course,
a certain extent. But I didn't go around telling everyone.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the best. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's interesting. I hope he plays because he comes back Friday. So they play today and Thursday. I don't think Dusty's coming home Friday if he hasn't seen him play yet. So,
Man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be that scene from Wolf of Wall Street when HR Daddy comes in and complains about the expenses. Dusty's.
We got the appetizers. Oh. Mexpazoo says Jordan's not exactly. No, of course not. But you don't call yourself the GOAT. Jordan, what's the best? And I'll be honest, Joaquin. Growing up, I hated Michael.
Did you?
Because he was always winning.
Oh, I loved him.
I was a Knicks guy, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he drove me crazy.
Jordan didn't go out in the media and call himself Black Jesus. He would say that to people he was playing against. Yeah.
And that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jordan's team in NASCAR won the first 3 races. 23-11, baby. He just knows how to win. Wheel says, Michael Jordan played 2 sports. All right. Hey, let's get to some noticias. How about we do that one?
Este es su noticiero.
Paid a lot for that guy to do that zinger for me there, buddy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you go down to Chile and get the local news guys to do it?
No, I got it from Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah. The capital.
Capitals.
Yeah. All right. How about this? Captain Alexander Barkov took part in practice today for the first time this season.
Is he out, though, for the rest of the year?
Yeah. Why are they going to play him?
No, but have they put him on LT? Like, because don't you have to make a decision on that?
Let me look. It's just nice to see him back out there, man.
Dude, he was back out on the ice 2 weeks after winning the cup, working on stuff.
Yeah, he's on an LTIR.
Yeah, but like they put who's on LTI for the rest of the year there? Who did they do that to? Gosh, mine's mush. I think there was a few players that they've done that to now. Oh, forget it. It'll come to me.
He was in a yellow non-contact jersey, but one of the players that I know they beat the Oilers in back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, and you probably all hate him, but he's such a fantastic player to watch play hockey. I absolutely love it.
If he was out, like, look at the job he did against Connor.
Yeah,
you know.
Canada can advance at the World Baseball Classic for the first time with a win over Cuba tomorrow. Like today's game, Joaquin, even if they lose today, it doesn't matter.
It's against Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. They have to beat Cuba tomorrow and be the first time ever they'll advance out of the group stage. So good on them. I want to ask you about this. First, the New York Jets, man. Joaquin, is there a more dysfunctional organization right now in sports? We thought it was the Buffalo Sabres. Seems like they're turning it around. What other organization is just a complete mess? The New York Jets traded today for Geno Smith. Like, what are we doing? Like, those poor fans, Joaquin. They just want a quarterback, man.
Was Geno with the Giants before, right?
He was with the Raiders last year.
And the Raiders last year.
He was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was bad with the Giants, too.
No, he was with the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
And he was pretty good. He was decent. But they got rid of him.
Who was the guy? Who am I thinking of
then? Russell.
Daniel Jones?
Maybe it was Jones. I don't know.
Like, it is unbelievable. This is the guy you go and get for that poor fan base. I mean, the media's probably loving it because they're just going to have a field day. And nothing against Geno Smith. But come on.
Well, here's the thing as well. If the Jets waited until tomorrow at 4 p.m. for him to be released, they could have signed him for $1.3 million. But
Really?
other teams could sign him
too, I guess, yeah.
So they're jumping the line here. Yeah, like, man, oh man. My buddy Mark Michaud. Feel for you, buddy. I mean, I don't know. Well, the draft's coming up too. Maybe they can land a good QB there. I don't know. But just terrible. Pat Maroon was on overdrive yesterday, Joaquin. Okay.
Yeah.
And he made comments about the pressure for the players are due to how many media members are in the dressing room. I'm sorry, Joaquin. I think that's a soft excuse for guys that play in Toronto. Go to Europe, go to South America, and go in a soccer locker room. They're in your face all day, every day, and there's no chill. Like, are we blowing this way too much out that Toronto's it is a media hotbed, don't get me wrong, especially for the Leafs. But do you feel the players actually feel that much pressure that it affects their game?
It's not the media is so vast now. That's partly the issue a little bit. I'll be on the players' side for a little bit here. But social media, there's hundreds of guys with microphones doing podcasts and having shows and talking about. And I do think that there is you're saying it. The thing that would affect me more if a news reporter or someone in the media said anything to me, I could care less, right? It sucks when they say something bad, but it's like, whatever. It's your job. It's when you start getting it outside from different, you're filling up your car and someone's yelling, mix in a save and stuff. It's part of they're with you when you're winning too, right? They're buying your gas when you're winning. So, but then I look at what happened to Marner, like someone coming to his house, wasn't it? Or like it was death threats or like that's
too far.
That's way too far. And Marner became the lightning rod, which happens in a lot of Canadian markets, right? There's always one guy that seems to you move the blame of everything on to. But because William Nylander takes the subway to the game, but he's kind of the honey badger of the whole thing. I don't think anything phases that guy.
Yeah,
it's a personality trait, but you want to feel safe. So, is it being blown out of proportion? Yeah, like you take the good, you got to take the bad. If you don't want to hear it, shut off everything. Just play your game. But it gets difficult because people within your inner circle start to feel it too.
Yeah, in that sense too. But like, for example, when Toronto beat Tampa Bay to get out of the first round a couple of years ago, I'm sure the players didn't mind the media then, right?
Well, I think Marner said we're gods, right?
Yeah. That didn't backfire at all.
The one thing I always, like I was told, and it always made sense to me, even when you're getting booed, there's that same person and probably 2 million other people are all cheering for you to have success as well.
Of
right?
course.
They want you to do well. Like for the amount of people that get mad at Darnell Nurse or Jake Wallman or Tristan Jarry, they would be so happy if they were playing at the tops of their games right now. Right.
Well, and we can compare Edmonton a bit to like when the Oilers are rolling, they're like they can't even go outside here.
No.
I mean, that must feel good too. Like, holy crap, everybody loves them.
I remember one game we lost at home, and I was myself and Michelle Reason. I go, Mish, you want to go grab a bite? Or he asked me, and I go, I don't think we should go to a restaurant. And he goes, yeah, you're right. So we slithered into a Subway and got recognized. Well, we were in suits, and some guy goes, nice game tonight, guys. And I'm like, oh, crap. Can I get my cold cut combo and get out of here, please?
Hurry up, please. Forget the lettuce. Okay, George Russell becomes the first Mercedes man to lead the F1 Drivers' Championship in almost half a decade.
Wow.
It was Lewis last.
Yeah.
Then it was all Max.
Yeah.
And then all McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good, man. It's good for the sport.
I know. I was listening to Nailing the Apex a little bit this morning. Yeah, interesting. It's funny because, then I thought about it on the dog walk. So Tim's, he's a purist. He's a racer, right? So when I watch a hockey game, part of me is like, gosh, play defense. Like I'm my style of thinking or my way of thinking is suffocate the other team, score on your chances, good solid D, win the game, right? Not when I see the river hockey, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Whereas the first 15 laps are exciting to me because there's so much passing.
Yeah.
But for the purists, that's not really what they want to see.
It's interesting.
It's weird that
because don't you want action?
Yeah, but Tim says you plan the overtake, you get the overtake. He said it yesterday, right? And then you push to the limit to increase that gap lap after lap, and then comes down to strategy and tire management and things. So that's the way I think a purist, a driver would look at it, right?
Yeah.
Not just. But I think it's going to change too. They both talked about the how the deployment of the battery power is going to shift, not only throughout the whole season, but from race to race to race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch, man. I can't wait for the weekend. I think the races are like at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a nap.
Oh, I'm going to stay out. Oh, that's right in my wheelhouse.
It is.
Yeah.
Have a coffee.
And the races are not too long either. That's the best part.
Well. You probably have some red flags, though.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, last one. I didn't know this, but obviously I didn't know this because it's just dropped a couple days ago. Westmount Mall.
It's closing?
No. Plans to transform it into an outdoor shopping complex.
Like convertible?
I don't know. Westmount? I don't think I've been to Westmount Mall in like forever.
This is down here, right?
I think so, yeah. Is that where the Safeway is?
Yeah, I think there's a BP's there in the McDonald's.
I cannot recall Westmount Mall, man.
They were showing pictures. I saw this, and they were like, oh, but I think it was today. It looked like it was the 80s. Like it was feathered hair and acid wash in there. I got to get in there.
I don't know how an outdoor mall works in Edmonton.
Well, Windermere was supposed to be an outdoor facility.
Yeah.
Right? And even South Edmonton Common, you were supposed to park outside and then go in and walk everywhere. I mean, it's not really laid out for that. Windermere's a little different. Like there's the little area where the brew house is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of little shops and stuff and restaurants. You can walk around in there. The movie theater, which is cool.
It's just like Like in Vegas when they have the outdoor outlets. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just build. Just, okay. Yeah, because which one's the one you just said that was supposed, South Common was supposed to be like
supposed to be like that.
And it's a disaster when it comes to traffic.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's like a casino. Once you're in there, how do I get out?
Well, and some of the intersections there too, you're waiting like 5-10 minutes to move. Like there's not many entries in that area, and I mean, kind of parts of Southside are pretty bad for that, like Twilliger. Oh, well, I was watching a Best Edmonton Mall video, right? And I believe he made a video on Heritage Mall. I didn't know.
Oh, the old Heritage.
Time. Yeah,
I loved Heritage Mall. Yeah.
Well, the story goes like my grandmother had a vehicle there. She was in the mall. Now it's just a Safeway. That's the only remnants that really remains of it. But she was parked there during the Black Friday tornado, and her car just got like torn to shreds from hail. It was insane. But they eventually took it down, but it was only open like 4 or 5 weeks before West Edmonton Mall Phase 1 in 1981.
Oh, was it?
So they opened really at the same time. But if you open a mall that close, like it's
because it
not
was still
that
around
good.
in like 95.
Yeah,
because I remember
Southgate was still there too.
Oh,
It was more
it was
popular.
into the 2000s.
Like I couldn't believe how many malls were in Edmonton when I first came to play for the Oilers. Like malls were like 7-Elevens. There was one on every corner.
It's true. Heritage Mall Heritage Mall used to be like Southgate is now. It was like the fun, had the good stores.
Was it?
Yeah, and you didn't have to go to the West End for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it also had the largest waterfall, I think, in Alberta or something like that, like the indoor waterfall, and they had palm trees in there. Unreal, actually. Yeah.
I guess Westmount has a theater. How do I not know this? I've been here my whole life. I was never west, to be honest with you. Not a lot, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, Center Cinemas.
Wow, interesting. Hey, we're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of Valley clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. Hour 2 coming up. We'll continue to tee up Avs Oilers. We'll be joined by Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey to go around the NHL. The Screw, Let's Do It parlay still to come, and lots of more fun coming your way. Don't go anywhere. EST Afternoons, Hour 2 on the other side of the break with Joaquin Gage and Hernan Salas.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Here's my biggest compliment of Podkolzin. I think you can put him on any line, and you can trust him and think, okay, maybe he's going to be productive. He plays an honest game. He works for the puck. He knows exactly who he is. For me, he's become one of those players when he's on the ice, you feel sort of secure. Maybe not great things are going to happen, but the Oilers got a pretty good chance of at least winning that shift.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff like face-off fried pickles and steins of Bud Light. Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
The Oilers challenge the Avalanche, who've won 5 straight games. Edmonton's Adam Henrique remains day-to-day. He won't suit up for tonight's game with Connor Ingram taking the crease. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7 right here on EST. A dozen other games around the NHL. The Sharks challenge the Red Hot Sabres. They've won 7 in a row. Vegas then has a date with Dallas at 6, while the Habs and Leafs drop the puck at 5. To the NFL, ESPN has reported that Romeo Doubs and the Patriots have agreed to a 4-year deal worth $70 million. ESPN also reporting that the Bills have inked Dawson Knox to a 3-year deal. Plus, the Jets are welcoming back Geno Smith, trading a 6th-rounder to the Raiders for the veteran, getting a 7th-round pick in the move as well. Staying down south, the Raptors hit the hardwood 6 o'clock to face the Rockets down in Houston. Toronto won their last game, good for 5th in the East, while Houston sits 4th in the West. To spring training, a handful of games live, including the Nats up 7-5 over the Marlins midway through the 9th. And later on, it's Canada and Puerto Rico matching up at 5 bells in the World Baseball Classic. Canada 1-1 so far. Puerto Rico undefeated in 3 games played. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Get in that smoke wagon and see what happens. Allude.
It's hour 2 here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you. Coming up at 3, it's the Reed Wilkins Show with Reed Wilkins and Jay Milne. And then at 7 o'clock, the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola will get you set for Oilers Avs. No lineup changes for the Edmonton Oilers. Nothing confirmed from their last game for the Avs, but all we know is Mackenzie Blackwood will get the start. We're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios here. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. The River Korean box is still down. It's been down all day, but you can continue to try to send messages. Hopefully they start rolling through here as we roll along on the second hour. Slam that thumbs up. We're only at about 30-something, so let's try to get those numbers up to 100. I know there's a thumbs up fatigue out there, but just slam the thumbs up if you are on YouTube. Coming up this hour in about 11 minutes time, Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey. We got the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay as well coming up here, and a busy night, boys, in the NHL. 13 games. We got some beauties. Golden Knight Stars. Knights are struggling as of late. Blue Jackets looking to keep their wild card hopes alive. What other games? Buffalo, San Jose should be a fun one. Jets, who are getting hot too, host the Ducks, who the Ducks are trying to keep pace atop of the Pacific. It's gonna be a fun night, boys. Will you dive into as many games as you can or no?
No.
Buffalo Sharks might be good.
Might be fun.
Might be fun if you have the NHL channels, right? What is it called? Center Ice?
Center Ice.
Yeah, whatever game I can get on my cable package, which I already don't pay for, I'll watch.
Mom, where's Center Ice?
Come on, Dad. Cheap. Ugh.
Mom, meatloaf.
I never know what she's doing back there. So we just learned too that I guess Laroque signed Jasmine's inhaler.
It's called a vape pen.
You got a charger for it?
Big Uke says 13 games and Hernan is taking an Avs player for sure.
Yeah.
Easy money, man.
Brett Kulak point.
No. King Kulak's not a point guy.
Block shots?
No. He's just a solid player.
Yeah.
He's just a player. If Bowman really was trying to trade Nurse, it quadruple confirms to me he has entirely no clue what the team chemistry is. There's been a massive regression in chemistry since he arrived. I don't know if he was I don't know if he was trying to trade him, Joaquin.
We don't know if he was.
Yeah.
It's
it's
all speculation.
No one knows unless you're in that room. So,
and to be honest with you,
no one in the room would know. The only people that would know is Bowman and
Darnell.
Nurse, and whoever, if it did happen, whoever Nurse told.
Yeah, and Darnell again holds all the cards. So don't get upset about that, because I don't think it was realistic that he was going to get moved to the deadline. Like, I don't think that was even a conversation.
And if I'm Darnell, that's a good. You know what? If you're Darnell Nurse and you've been asked to move your no trade, do you tell your teammates that they asked me to move it?
I mean, if you have a buddy, like a really good friend, I'd be like, hey, they asked me to move my no trade.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell anyone.
No.
Because
why wouldn't you, though?
I think it would disrupt the team.
Oh, okay. That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, these guys want to get rid of me. I don't think that's good. That's just me, though.
No, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
No, if they were to ask me, I would say, depending on what. If I said no, I wouldn't be going into the room next to you. Hey, I'm not effing leaving.
You just make a scene.
It'll probably be a whole story anyway. You'd look like the bad guy.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, isn't it like for Bowman? It's a general manager's job to weigh all the options.
Of course,
possible, right?
He's got
just to have a conversation about it.
Sure.
Like whoever he was talking to, you got to think of that down the line.
Well, this is what, if I'm Bowman, this is what I do, is I blanket it. I ask everyone, right? Obviously, you probably don't do it to Connor or Leon, but everyone else with a no move, you ask everyone. You might not even mean to move them or not, but at least this way you don't single one guy out.
Yeah.
You might even ask Hunter the Lynx.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because then I think he has to, because that's one of the contracts that's probably hampering the team the most in terms of the cap space they need and want to build a contender for the next 2 years. And Darnell's a smart guy, man. He knows his play hasn't been very good.
He's mentioned it.
Yeah, he's mentioned it himself. So he knows that those questions from the GM are probably coming soon, sooner rather than later. If he'd like to waive and if he could and help the team out. And again, he negotiated that into his contract, so it's his right to decline it.
See, and then this way, by asking, half the team if they want to move, and not singling them out. If someone does go to a buddy and says, they asked me to move. Me too. So then it's like everyone's in the same boat. You're not
singled out.
Yeah, and then it becomes something else. This team doesn't want me. I'm not part of this. Blah, blah, blah.
No, it's a good point, Joaquin. It's interesting.
A really good point.
It's a fantastic point. Because this offseason, if Stan Bowman's doing his job, he should have those conversations with the guys that have no trades that he would consider moving. I'm sure he's not trying to move Hyman or the Nuge. He might. Who the hell knows? But
no, but I think you'd still ask them.
Yeah. Like, would you?
And even if they say yes and you don't want to move them, you're just doing it just to go, hey, keep it even throughout your group.
Because Darnell has control for one more year after this, right? And then the modified rolls in. He's gonna want to have a say.
Who?
Darnell Nurse.
He's got one more year, and then he still has a no movement clause. It's just that, but he also has this is weird. Because he has a no movement.
Yeah.
But he also has a 10-team no trade list. So I guess if he says he'll be moved, he can pick the only teams that he can be moved to.
Yes, that is correct. So it's still a full no movement, but he's open to it, I guess.
But he could still say just no.
Yeah. Like, say one of the teams that wants him, and he's on the
I thought it
list.
just went to the list, but this is, yeah.
And at that point, you have what? How many more years does he have? 3 more years. At that point, how old is he? 31, 30, he'll be 33, 34 years old. I don't know, man. I think this is one of the contracts they have to try to move. And I know Darnell's buddies with everybody here, and he's been a long-time Oiler. I know that. And I know he's had really good moments with this team, but you're just not getting that bang for the buck, you know? You're just not. And that's not saying he's terrible, but it's just saying that he's too up and down for that amount of money. And that money you can use for 2 players, Joaquin, that can help this team.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got Spencer Stastny and RFA coming in. Connor Murphy, who knows what happens with him, right? Then you have the Wallman, Ekholm, and Nurse and Bouchard. That's, you know, you have $30 million basically wrapped up in those guys now.
Wallman has no movement, right?
They all do except for Bouch.
And then Bouch's last 2 years, it's a full.
That's because he's still RFA zone.
So, I mean, I think that Wallman one's going to age poorly too. I truly do. Might get 2 good years out of him. But I think that's going to be a really bad deal down the road.
I think it was Craig Button goes, he was a catastrophe. He pulled it, but maybe not. That's not the proper term. But he says he floats. No, how did he say? He kind of meanders out there or something, which is true. It kind of gets sucked around a little bit.
Yeah. So, they're going to be in some trouble with some of these contracts. Memo to the GM: stop giving out no movements unless they're the elites, please. It's ridiculous. Some of the no movements some of these teams have, some of these players have, getting paid tons of money. For some to be on the 3rd pair and for some to be on the bottom 6, and you have a no movement. Come on.
Do you think Ekholm plays out his deal?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
The way he's going, I think next year will be his last decent year, and then I think it's going to fall off. And not, again, he's older, but there's a lot of miles, and you kind of see it. Yeah. Kind of see him struggling out there at times.
I mean, if he was out at the heavy hockey bash, he would look like Cale Makar, but it's at that speed, at that level, it's what does Noodles always say? Father time's undefeated.
Yeah. How old is he now?
35.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. No, if he's on your 3rd pair playing minimal minutes down at the end of that contract, I don't think anyone's going to have time.
No, could he do a... Yeah, I think he could do a Brett Burns and kind of go 2nd pairing, 3rd pairing kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's smart enough.
But I think that would actually benefit his game.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I think when he signed it, that's what we touched on.
He said it, right? Yeah. We'll see if I make it. Yeah. I think his exact words. But
and the money you're paying him, if he's on your 3rd pair, is not bad.
For the defenseman that he is, that's one of the great, he's taking a pay cut next year, and he's still arguably your best defensive defenseman.
Yeah.
100.
So is he well, outside of Bouch, he's your best defenseman.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. You don't really know what he's played 2 games.
Yeah, I know. He's been all right. No complaints there. As we say hello to the Winnipeggers, the Hustlerites, the WSTers. Slam that thumbs up for us. Winnipeg's high right now. 5 points out. Holy cannoli. Where'd they come from? Big game against the Ducks tonight. And the afternoon inbox is always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Unified MMA U68 on Friday, March 27th. The event kicks off at 7 o'clock down at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets are available at the River Cree Ticketmaster box office, and tickets starting at just $89.25. On the other side of the break, we'll go around the Chell with our buddy Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey here on EST Afternoons. Let's go. It's Oilers game day. What are your thoughts? We're both pretty positive today about the game. We think the Oilers are going to pull this one out. Are you with us? Let us know. Nasty chat and slam that thumbs up. We're back to talk more NHL on the other side of the break.
The Oilers take on the Avalanche, who've won 5 straight games. Edmonton's Adam Henrique remains day-to-day and will not suit up tonight. Connor Ingram gets a call in between the pipes. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show as they set the table for the matchup. That goes live at 7 o'clock right here on EST. 12 other games around the NHL tonight. It's the Sharks challenging the Red Hot Sabres. They've won 7 straight. Vegas then has a date with Dallas at 6, while the Habs and Leafs drop the puck at 5. To the NFL, ESPN reporting that Romeo Doubs and the Patriots have agreed to a 4-year deal worth $70 million. ESPN also reporting that the Bills have inked Dawson Knox to a 3-year deal. Plus, the Jets are welcoming back Geno Smith, trading a 6th-rounder to the Raiders for the veteran, getting a 7th-round pick in the move as well. Staying down south, the Raptors hit the hardwood at 6 o'clock to face the Rockets. Toronto won their last game, good for 5th in the East, while Houston sits 4th in the Western Conference. Over to spring training, bottom 9th between the Orioles and Astros, knotted at 6 aside. We also have the Giants and Guardians just getting underway. Later on, it's Canada and Puerto Rico matching up at 5 bells in the World Baseball Classic. Canada 1-1 so far. Puerto Rico undefeated through 3 games played. Scott Burnside checks in next to talk all things NHL. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
I'm your huckleberry.
All the dogs off. Are you kidding me?
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish on Edmonton Oilers game day. Colorado Avalanche. Let's go, baby. 8:17 puck drop. People are asking why so late. I think it's a doubleheader in the U.S. fucking national broadcast. So if you're out east, a nice 10-17 start. Let's go.
Is that really Huss?
I think it is. Huss, is that you?
Why doesn't he come on our show?
It's a good question. Coob's never booked him.
Oh.
I blame Coob.
Okay.
Come on.
I wonder.
That's a low blow.
I wonder what the we got to get a Winnipeg guest on.
We do
soon. Talking about this recent surge.
Sarah Orlesky.
Yeah.
Drew Mindell. A lot of beauties out there for sure. As we're going to bring in another beauty, Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey, who joins us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Scott, thank you for taking the time to join us this afternoon. I know when I messaged you to join us, I said, can you join us to talk NFL? And you corrected me and said NHL. I still don't know why I put NFL there, but if you do want to talk some NFL, here's your chance.
Well, I've been reading up all afternoon on Travis Kelce, and I think you can't sign with an NHL team and play in the playoffs now. So, but maybe you could help. You could help a team get into the playoffs, but you just wouldn't be able to play in the playoffs. And then plus, I'm pretty sure the Chiefs would take a dim view of it. Even though I'm sure he's a fine skater and very defensively responsible.
Scott, once again, thank you for taking the time. We're going to go around the NHL. We got a big game here, in Colorado tonight, involving the Edmonton Oilers, Colorado Avalanche. Oilers coming off a better performance against the Vegas Golden Knights. They've been really up and down so far this season with only 18 games to go. Colorado, the top team in the league. But how are you viewing this game tonight?
Well, I mean, I view everything now involving the Oilers and the rest of the Pacific Division through the prism of just how terrible is everyone in this division, and should any of those teams be allowed in the playoffs? And well, the rules are the rules. So at least 3 teams from the Pacific are going to have to make the playoffs. But all kidding aside, these are. Like nothing is. I know a lot of people would, sort of this suggestion that somehow Edmonton could miss the playoffs seems a bit absurd given their roster. And frankly, I like the moves that Stan Bowman made at the trade deadline. I love Jason Dickinson. I got to know Jason a little bit. A year I spent with the Dallas Stars. Turned into he's just he's a really good person, really smart hockey player. And I think he is going to be a help to the Oilers once they get to the playoffs. But that division is so wishy-washy now. And now that we're down to, the vast majority of the teams have fewer than 20 games left. Some are, in that mid to, late teen range in terms of the games left. So when you see a game like the Oilers playing against Colorado, Colorado, continues to cook right along. I know they hit a bit of a, sort of a sideways spell there, but, unless something goes terribly wrong, they're going to win the Central Division, which is key because Minnesota and Dallas are right behind them in terms of the pecking order in the Western Conference. And so winning that division is going to be key. So no easy games moving forward. It's a tough match for the Oilers. And there are teams right behind the Oilers now that can make life very difficult for them because they played 2 more games in Seattle. They played 3 more games than the San Jose Sharks. The team, what a great story if the Sharks were somehow able to claw their way into the playoffs, whether it's as a wild card team or into one of the top 3 spots in the Pacific Division. So, nothing is assured for the Oilers. I'd be shocked if they don't make the playoffs, but they have opened the door, as have the Golden Knights, frankly, by not really being able to create the separation that we've seen in the Pacific Division over the last 4 or 5 years, where, at this stage of the season, you weren't worrying about, it was all about playoff seeding, home ice, all those kinds of things. And things are a little bit more dire. And tonight a loss to the Avs, which wouldn't be all that shocking given how well Colorado plays at home and how good they are, could make things even more uncomfortable for the Oilers.
Scott, you mentioned you like the moves that the Oilers made. On the flip side of the coin here with the Avalanche, what do you think with what they were able to accomplish with filling some, I don't know if they were holes, they just got better?
Well, and that's it exactly. And I think that's a tremendous point. And the team, people forget how long the season is, and even the Avs have been the cream of the crop in the NHL for such a long stretch of this season. And in fact, I remember writing this, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago when they were, really had opened up a lot of space in the Central Division. As good as, at one point, the top 3 teams in the NHL were all from the Central, and that, Colorado led the way, and then Minnesota and Dallas very close to each other. But they were, for a time, the top 3 teams in the NHL. And I wondered if there was going to be an issue for the Avs We saw this, a number of years ago when Tampa, I think they won 62 regular season games, ran away with the President's Trophy, and then got swept by Columbus in the first round. And I remember talking to John Cooper, the head coach of the Lightning, after, and he was like, well, we could not find another gear. We had no urgency. We had, things had gone so well for them in the regular season. When the playoffs started, they could not get to where they needed to get to. And to me, that was the only question about the Avs. They've played, they've been a little bit soft over the last month or so. Minnesota and Dallas are both playing exceptionally well. So they've closed that. So I think there is some urgency there, but adding Nicholas Roy, and then of course, the buzzer beater to pick up Nazem Kadri, to repatriate him. To me, I thought Nazem Kadri might have been the single most important player that could be on the move at the trade deadline. And we'll see if that's borne out, in the playoffs, and not to project too far in advance, but let's assume that Colorado doesn't get knocked off by a wild card team. They're going to play either Minnesota or Dallas in the second round, which might feature the top two teams in the NHL or two of the top 3 or 4 teams in the NHL in the second round. Talk about a flawed playoff system, but I think, there are no certainties, but I think the Avalanche have put themselves in a tremendous position to go deep in the playoffs, to go to a Western Conference final at the very least, and might very well, go back to a final, and it would be hard to imagine another team, whether it's Tampa or Carolina or whoever, that would be favored over them in the Stanley Cup final.
Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey joining us here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas. Scott, we've been talking about it. We had a Buffalo guest on yesterday. Just the best story in the NHL right now is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Atlantic. Seems like they're going to be going to the playoffs. Just quite a turnaround for a team that we have to say it is Kevin Adams built. He is no longer there. But what do you make of this Sabres turnaround?
Yeah, no. I was in Milan at the at the Olympics and ran into Jarmo Kekalainen in the airport, flying over before the start of the Olympics, and Jarmo was helping out with Team Finland. And I've known Jarmo a long time, and he's such a smart, intuitive guy. I know he never got to where he wanted the franchise to get to in Columbus, and I was happy for him to get an opportunity in Buffalo when the ownership decided to make a change, moving on from Kevin Adams. And it's rare to see a GM move mid-season. Those moves almost always happen in the off-season. And then not only does Jarmo Kekalainen take over as GM, but he basically doesn't do anything to the roster. He made a couple of ads at the trade deadline, which I think will help the team. I think none of those players have been able to play yet. I think they have visa issues. So, but basically, Jarmo Kekalainen just came in and explained what his expectations were from the team that had been assembled, and presumably he had that same conversation with Lindy Ruff. And I got to tell you, it hasn't looked good for Lindy Ruff the last couple of years. And I was not alone in this, but really it didn't look like it was a particularly astute hire, and looked more like a throwback to trying to recapture glory days from when Lindy Ruff was the head coach of a very good Buffalo team for a long time. And good on Lindy Ruff. And when you talk about the Jack Adams, I know there are always lots of great candidates for Jack Adams as coach of the year, but I'm not sure how you ignore Lindy Ruff, who's turned this team around, the same team that Kevin Adams built, but all of a sudden they are a completely different team. They're the best team in the NHL since the management change was made, although at the time, if I'm not mistaken, they'd won 3 in a row when Kevin Adams was fired. So, maybe they were already showing those signs, and certainly there's never been a question about the level of talent that had been assembled there. It was why was it not producing the results that anyone could reasonably expect? 14 years to miss the playoffs in a row is mind-boggling in the NHL. And I'm so happy for the fans of Buffalo, because the team plays an exciting brand now. I mean, if anyone saw the highlights from that 8-7 game earlier this week, or I guess it was late last week, whenever it was, against Tampa. That game had it all. Like, it was off the charts, and it's a game that propelled Buffalo, as you mentioned, into first place in the Atlantic Division. I don't know if they can hang on to it. They, played a couple more games in Tampa. Tampa's leaking defensively, but what a great story for the Sabres. They're going to be in the playoffs after missing 14 straight years. They're going to have home ice advantage in the first round, barring a complete collapse. I'm just so excited for that fan base, because it's truly a fan base that loves the game. They love the Sabres. And it's been a long, long, hard road for them to stick with a team that has made so many mistakes and has underachieved so badly for so long. And who knows, the Eastern Conference to me is wide open. Yeah. Why not the Sabres in an Eastern Conference final? Why not, dare to say it, why not Buffalo Sabres in the Stanley Cup final? I don't know if they can pull it all together. When crunch time comes, it's a lot to ask a team that has very little experience at that level. But geez, what a great story, and I think it is the story of the NHL as we head down the stretch into the playoffs.
Scott, usually there's a team that everyone goes, ooh, I don't want to face them in the first round. Is that team the Buffalo Sabres now, or is it possibly a team that's maybe on the outside looking in, but if they do get in, could do some damage?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question, and I would make fun of the Pacific Division, and
go ahead. We have,
yeah, but they're sort of it's a weird bunch there, but that's the crazy thing. What is it going to take for Colorado, Minnesota, or Dallas to get out of the Central Division? It's going to be extremely taxing, and we've seen this in the past. I think where the Central Division has had some high-end teams. Winnipeg has often been there the last 4 or 5 years. It's like I'm not sure you can count anyone out in the Pacific. I will say the team that I am quite interested in is Anaheim, right? I mean, again, we talked about Jack Adams. I'm not sure, where Quenneville fits for the NHL's broadcasters who vote on the Jack Adams Trophy as Coach of the Year. He's got to be in the mix. Whatever you think of his path, whatever happened, when he was not allowed to coach in the NHL and the decision to allow him to come back, that's a whole other thing. But what he's accomplished with the Ducks team, that really has been sort of treading water for a long time. Interesting, personnel moves with Pat Verbeek, as the GM there, and it's all really started to come together. Again, young, a really exciting brand, and now they've added, enough veteran presence, Chris Kreider and Jacob Trouba, and I thought the single move before Miller and Kadri came at the very end, I just loved the addition of John Carlson, longtime Washington Capitals defenseman. And it cost a lot. He's an older player. John Carlson is a consummate pro. He's played exceptionally well. I thought he was should have been definitely in the conversation for Team USA at the Olympics, and I thought he was sort of a Seth Jones kind of guy, and thought he might get a look when Seth Jones was hurt and couldn't go, and it didn't turn out that way, but I love his addition there. That blue line's really good. Goaltending, I think, is going to be, right now, I think they have the best goaltending in the Pacific Division of those teams that you imagine being in the playoffs. So I'm wondering about the Ducks. They're in first place, so it doesn't really count as a dark horse. I get it, but I'm really interested to see how the Ducks perform, because they'll be in a situation that is old hat to Vegas and the Edmonton Oilers. They know how to prepare and how to, they understand what the playoffs are about, both those teams. Ducks, we're going to find out. And I think that's going to be one of the great stories, especially in the Western Conference come playoff time. Okay, how good can this Ducks team be? And are they a team that could come out of the Pacific and go to a Western Conference final?
Scott, great stuff as always. Enjoy the final stretch here before we get into the playoffs, and I'm sure we'll have you on then. Thank you for your time this afternoon.
Anytime.
All right, that's Scott Burnside from Burnside on Hockey. Check out his website. A lot of great stuff on there as well. He's been covering the league for many, many years, and just one of my favorite guests. He's fantastic, and some good stuff. Anaheim's a team I'm looking at too, man. I think they're a team that you don't want to mess with in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, the emotion of the playoffs is going to be so. If the Buffalo Sabres finish first in the Atlantic, and get home ice advantage, can you imagine what that game one in Buffalo is going to be like?
Like, we'll probably get chills, and we're not even Sabre supporters, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be amazing. Same with Anaheim, who hasn't been there in a while.
Yeah, but not like
not
like Buffalo, man.
We should take the show on the road.
To Anaheim?
To Buffalo. To Buffalo.
Okay.
We'll go. Not like Colton Parayko.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that was a blessing in disguise, man.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Logan Stanley, Luke Shen still to make their debuts with visa issues. Hopefully they can get into the lineup. I wonder if they're in the lineup
Pay your
today.
bills.
Pay your bills.
Oh, those visas.
Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Make your afternoon better at the CBH. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. See you at the Canadian Brew House on the other side of the break this day and all that fun stuff. Screw it, let's do a parlay, and we close it out and get you ready for the Reed Wilkins Show. Here's Scoop.
The Oilers challenge the Avalanche, who've won 5 straight games. Edmonton's Adam Henrique remains day-to-day and will not suit up tonight, while Connor Ingram takes the crease. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table for the matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7 right here on EST. A dozen other games around the NHL. The Sharks challenge the Red Hot Sabres. They've won 7 straight. Vegas then has a date with Dallas at 6 o'clock. We also see the Kraken matchup with the Preds for the nightcap. To the NFL, ESPN reporting that Romeo Dobbs and the Patriots have agreed to a 4-year deal worth $70 million. ESPN also reporting that the Bills have inked Dawson Knox to a new 3-year deal, plus the Jets are welcoming back Geno Smith, trading a 6th-rounder to the Raiders for the veteran, getting a 7th-round pick in the move as well, according to ESPN. Staying down south, it's the Raptors hitting the hardwood 6 o'clock to face the Rockets. Toronto won their last game, good for 5th in the East, while Houston sits 4th in the West. Other action sees the Lakers, Timberwolves tipping off while the Pacers and Kings go at it. To spring training, total of 7 games live, including the Reds up 3-0 on the Rockies, top of the second. And later on, it's Canada and Puerto Rico matching up at 5 bells in the World Baseball Classic. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc, they're the experts you need to know. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Welcome back. Final segment here on EST Afternoons. It's game day. Don't forget, 7 o'clock for the GCL Diesel All-Stream pregame show with the one and only Tom Gazzola. He will be on location on Thursday at Westgate, Boston Pizza, with Tony. If you see Tony, he'll probably break down all the trades and what he wants to see this summer. And then on Friday, Coob, he's at the Ice House.
That's right, downtown Ice House. That is correct. The watch party prior to the heavy hockey showdown.
Yeah, you're playing
Saturday.
in it, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am. Belzy, I think, will also be suiting up. Trev will be suiting up. Benny, Tommy. I don't know if Dusty will be. I don't know. We got a stacked team this year, though. And Matt Iwanik's assistant coach. We still need donations for that, by the way.
Yeah.
So please head to edmontonsportstalk.com, top of the banner. You could find that there as well. And we would much appreciate any donation or any proceeds that you can give, because all of it will go to the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton, a great cause.
I might hit it up Friday for a little bit. Din-dins. Maybe grab some sushi.
Stop it.
Okay, Coop, screw it. Let's do it for Inside the Numbers for Play Alberta.
Let's do it, no delay. Let's take a risk today. No sense being safe. We need a huge payday.
What do we got, boys? I can go first if you guys like. Okay. I'm going to take in the Sharks-Sabres game, both teams to score 2.
Okay.
Okay. You guys cool with that? You can void it.
Well, I was going to go with the
been able to
Sabres.
void. You're not allowed to void my stuff.
I thought we said we were allowed one void a week. No? Or
I think you just made this up, Hernan.
Or did I dream it?
Probably dreamt it. I don't know what you're dreaming about.
I don't like, because as soon as you say something and then you go, is that okay, guys? You want to void it? Like, you're not confident enough. So pick something else. Yeah, I'm voiding it because you're not confident.
No, I'm confident in this.
No, you're not.
I saw this earlier and I loved it.
Well, why don't you project that out
Getting
there?
the room temperature.
Who cares about the room temperature? You heat up the room.
Well, it's pretty hot in here, so I do. I care about the room temperature. All right. Well, I'm gonna stay with the team who's also rolling hot with the Sabres here. See if they allow us to make it happen. Tage Thompson will get on the board with a point. He's on an 11-game point streak, 4 assists in his last game when they played Tampa Bay in that all-timer on Sunday. One other multi-point game in that stretch, has 6 goals, 9 assists, 15 points in his last 11 games. But of note, only 2 goals, 5 assists in 11 career games against the Sharks. He's going to get on the board tonight. In their last game, though, which it was over a year ago, 2024, he did have a goal in that game. So I'm going to say that Tage Thompson is getting on the board for sure.
Block.
Elks to win the Grey Cup. It's plus 18-10 right now.
Is it?
Yeah. So the CFL futures are out there.
Not 8-10 plus 18-10?
18-10.
I might have to sprinkle on that.
Might have to. Yeah, might as well go to the Oilers game tonight. I'm going to go with I don't like that one. I'll go Oilers to cover. Why not?
And that's 6.5?
No.
Or, sorry, they're spread. 1.5?
Spread. Yeah, it's 1.5.
Nice.
So Sharks, Sabres, both teams scored 2. Tage Thompson point, Oilers to cover.
Sounds good. Sounds better than good. It actually sounds great, boys.
I already sent it.
Boom.
But Tage Thompson, 11-game point streak, so he's due not to have a point.
Oh, TT?
Oh.
Double
Tay
T.
Tay?
Double T.
Do they call him Tay Tay?
Tay Tay.
Good old Tager.
All right. Yeah, because we think the Oilers are winning tonight.
Yeah. Good old TNT.
Yeah. I think they are.
With empty netter to make
Yeah.
a two-goal game.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That makes a couple of you.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, man. Hey, Huss, thanks for joining us today. I didn't even know he joined us. I thought
I didn't either.
I didn't even know he knew us. The fact he knew my name. I think that would be a great day. I got to get out to Winnipeg. Imagine I want to go to Winnipeg and hit like a Jets game in the afternoon and a Bombers game in the evening and hang out with Huss for the whole time. Or vice versa.
Just go bar hopping with us. He's a
Really?
legend down there, yeah.
Like you've seen him in
I've seen
in
him
his natural
action.
habitat,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is it something to behold?
It's like Dusty here.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we hit a 7-Eleven, grab a dog and a Diet Pepsi.
A glizzy and a big gulp.
Sure.
That'd be fantastic. Some taquitos.
I don't like those.
On this day, Joaquin, in 1992, the Red Hot Chili Peppers released their song Under the Bridge. Can you sing a little bit of it? 'Cause I don't ever want to feel.
How's the start go? Why am I losing it?
Like I
no,
did
how does
that.
it? No, what's the start? Tell me the start. Give me the start of it. It's I can see
Come
the
on,
video.
Coop. I don't know. Do you think I wasn't even born when this song came out? That's a poor
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. What a song.
Doom, doom, doom.
That's good. You're welcome, everybody.
Okay, we got 2 minutes here. 1995, the movie Outbreak debuted in theaters. Do you remember that?
Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo.
Morgan Freeman.
And Morgan Freeman with a little monkey.
Cuban Goodie Jr.
Oh, and Patrick Dempsey, I think. Wasn't he one of the guys on the plane that got sick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Useless information.
On this day in 1989, the series finale of Webster aired.
Wasn't a fan.
No. Okay. On this day in 1997, Sports Illustrated had the cover that said, "The Bulls are so good, they're bad for the NBA." Never said that about LeBron. On this day in 1983, MTV played Michael Jackson's Billie Jean for the first time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good video.
On this day in 1997, Buffy the Vampire Slayer starring Sarah Michelle Gellar debuted on WB.
I got into that for a little bit. Then I faded.
On this day in 2010, actor Corey Haim passed away at the age of 38. Lost Boys.
What's your favorite Corey Haim movie?
Probably Lost Boys.
Is it?
Yeah. License to Drive.
License to Drive.
Those were good.
The big great Billy Ocean.
What's the one when he did with the little when he was a little kid? Lucas.
Oh yeah, Lucas.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the one of the best ones is called Silver Bullet, actually, with Corey Haim.
Really?
Oh, you ever seen that?
No.
Oh yeah.
All right,
that's
Hawk.
awesome.
We got to get out, buddy.
Let's go.
Or Reed Wilkins gets mad. Scott Burnside, big thank you for joining us, as well as Evan Rawal from the Denver Gazette. Big game tonight. Don't go anywhere. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up with the Reed Wilkins Show from 3 to 6. And then an hour break, we'll have Friends of EST. And then at 7 o'clock, Tom Gazzola with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers Avs. It's going to be a beauty. 8:17 puck drop. Tomorrow, we're all over it. We'll break it down here on EST Afternoons. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the thumbs up. For Hawk, Coop. I'm Hernan saying ciao.